champion of the world, Daniel Miracle Man Jacob. Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul, Canelo.
Protect yourselves a long time. Escucha me, cuídate, listos, ready, let's go.
Triple G for this latest installment. How the whips and wills unfold. Jacobs was hard done by that night.
He seems to have that sort of control, whereas in front of Jacobs, he's able to back him up, and then shots land even on the arms. They force Jacobs back.
Back up Alvarez, doesn't he?
He does, yes, but it's just evident immediately.
Jacobs, quick hands there, part of the strategy.
Good defence from Jacobs.
He was game and brave, but totally outclassed, and he's tried the body early. So too Jacobs there.
Canelo just seems to be in control.
A bit stuck in the mud at the moment. Jacobs comes back with a right hand, but Alvarez is away in his huge weight advantage in there tonight. But remember Alvarez.
The best of Jacobs, even at 32.
Well, here, Jacobs, and these body punches. Try me.
So strong, he's able to just walk forward at will. He's just now looking for that big shot. Got to be careful not to overload it.
Well, as Jacobs gets a good jab in.
Push back, and he's on his back foot constantly. He's really getting anything going himself, Jacobs. Puts that guard nice and tight when he needs to. And he's able to just put the pressure.
And the freshness on Jacobs. Good work there from... Felt it slightly in an uppercut. Tight and in burst. Looks quite
Canelo. So the pressure's all on Canelo here, but he's boxing well on his back foot. He's looking for the counter.
He's got the big fight delivered.
There's an argument that is correct, a correct statement. I mean, Canelo, 28 years old, this early on.
He's become much more versatile over the years. Nardi Golovkin and Danny Jacobs did 12 rounds to end the second round. Fascinating.
Yeah, he just looks so strong, Canelo, as he backs up Jacobs there and puts some shots together. Looks like when them shots landed.
Tries to fend him off with the jab in defence, but get that jab through as well. Good from Jacobs. And he just felt he needed that on the left because of balance.
Jacobs 32. You know, when you get into your 30s, you slow down physically.
Really protecting Jacobs, and that's opening up his power shot.
We don't want to see that.
He whipped the body shots in that destruction of poor Rocky Fielding.
The pressure that he needs to be under mentally and certainly not physically in the fight with his last couple. Just constantly got Jacobs on his back foot.
Yeah, just missing there. You can hardly be heard amongst the Mexicans that are...
He's been at middleweight longer, but Canelo's just so solid.
Left up high, he's known for left up to the body, but he's been throwing the left up high.
Impressive.
Yeah, that was better, and he was able to get through the guard as well of Canelo. But just ever so slightly.
Listen to the vociferous crowd as well as Jacobs gets a good
great from Alvarez. He's just slipping and sliding and making
natural middle now. Canelo.
And look how solid he looks walking.
To try and befuddle and confuse Alvarez. Back to the body from Alvarez. As he got that from Alvarez, the right hand partially blocked that body shot, got through, and Jacobs
can't afford to make a mistake, Jacobs, you can just see that Canelo, that right.
And it's the electric pace of Alvarez.
He's able to just constantly just bring his feet forward and just back up Canelo.
For the New Yorker, in his prime, and his Jacobs just slightly past it.
Very, very good. His upper torso movement is becoming much more improved.
Jacobs, he's trying desperately hard to get something going. Right down from Alvarez, last around.
Hey, that bucket can't come up here no more. All right. When you get slow...
Andre Rosier in the corner with Danny Jacobs as always. He's like a father figure to Devianchenko to regain the belt that he... Shane Mosley, Mayweather, James Kirkland, Cotto, Amir Khan, of course, Golovkin a couple of times.
I don't know if he's run out of ideas or he just can't really try.
Probably most of these rounds Jacobs still very much in this. Utilised the whole ring and moved.
Stop, no. There you go.
And he needs some success from somewhere. One of his
Jacobs is struggling to land on Canelo because Canelo's defence has been brilliant.
He is struggling. I don't think there's anything really clean though. There's no all
speedy shots. That was excellently blocked there from Alvarez.
yeah, quality block.
From Alvarez with his back to the ropes.
You have to be concentrating and looking at every counter. And Canelo was able to... It's no wonder he looks so accomplished, so solid and confident. He is very strong. I mean, you can hear the punches landing and you can see the effects they have. Even tonight, if he doesn't meet him as he comes, throw combos, good head movement. Canelo's so clever with a counter. Such a tough task, and he's starting to get in there. He's able to show his physical strength and the punching power. Good head movement.
Particularly has been mightily impressive. Here comes Jacobs though, trying to rip it up.
Putting in front of each other. The normal process of pro boxing, the slow down after round 6-7 because it's hard in front of the ropes. Nothing real clean landing, but
yeah, the defence from Alvarez, quite as much meat in them.
get the feeling Canelo's just warming into it and just, he looks so solid, Canelo.
He's almost outboxing the master boxer here. Daniel Jacobs said he has the entire backhand and left through the middle of Alvarez. He's always had a fight. Jacobs for a couple of good body shots, didn't seem to have any effect, and back Alvarez comes.
The heads and puffing shots, it's all coming from Canelo.
I have to disagree with that.
Pockets of fire that we hope for, and Alvarez now with a combination. And a
speedy combination to have any kind of success, because the defense and head movement of Canelo.
Edging towards the championship rounds. Coming off those 3 victories over Luis Arias, Maciej Seletsky, Sergei.
Looking solid, the jab sharp when he throws it. Jacobs just seems to
win the day here in the battle. Standing firm. And the right to the body as well. Attempting to. A lot of Brits have travelled over just to be here. It's a classic encounter, but Canelo at the highest echelons of world boxing.
The one shot he's been landing a lot that's very underrated is the straight right hand to the body. You know, he's taking a lot out.
It's just so good.
Trying to apply the pressure, good counter.
Jacobs just getting a bit sloppy there as he stood in front of Canelo. You can't stand there and be ponderous. And that's a problem for him.
Whipping in the left hook to the body against Jared Fletcher in New York many years ago. Alvarez again with a body.
Yeah, the experience when you go through the names, Canelo with 1 punch. And that's a problem for him. So what he needs to do is...
Not really any evidence.
Yeah, he's getting backed up and pushed around now by Canelo as he lands. No ahs and ahs in this arena, and there's a lot of fans for Canelo. Big fight now where both fighters, you can see, they're holding their feet, they're slowing down in terms of movement, and get back behind his jab and not moving straight lines. Canelo is going to be in front of him all night.
Really trying to let his fist fly now.
This is good from Jacobs, but Canelo back to the head movement, just slipping and sliding. A couple of shots there.
Uppercut working nicely. Back Jacobs comes with his own combinations. Jacobs, whose upper body movement is not as fluid as Alvarez. And he's
shots missed with everything else. It's just brilliant from Canelo at the minute.
One Manuel Marquez putting his middle of the ring and engage. This is what we want to see.
At least he's getting some kind of success, because at the minute, the strength of Canelo just looks to be dominating.
Alvarez, excellent though, and back he comes, and here...
Good work now, back and forth between both men. Jacobs for the first time able to push Canelo back, meet him in the middle.
The Jacobs team were very satisfied with him.
For the next step. Step, step, fire, step, step. Letting him get out of the range of it, then you end up reaching. I don't want you reaching. Go ahead.
To get himself back into this fight.
Lovely left hand from Jacobs. Certainly having more. Not as clean apart from that one, which is a lovely left hand, which bounces
the difference here.
Jacobs getting his jab going. Alvarez looking for the big left hand.
Any confidence, because his corner men have given him a real G-up. And he knows he's had some success in that last round.
Alvarez, this is better, back behind the jab.
Not working now, but Canelo, very clever landing this. The odd right hand, cheeky jab.
He looked terrific for many rounds at the beginning of the fight. Jacobs,
to separate them, they really are that good and that evenly matched.
That's a good point. Looks in his corner, You know they're both going to embrace, they're both going to celebrate. And they both exchange.
Isn't as effective. He's not throwing it out as much, he's not throwing it sharp, and it's allowing Jacobs now to get some shots off himself.
Shocked everybody in what he's done in life. Can he shock the world? A championship fight of two halves here. Good defense.
Jacobs, but they're both feeling the pace. You can see that Jacobs is feeling the pace there, Dave.
I think Jacobs is...
Alvarez showing a good chin. A slip there from Jacobs, who falls. The left hook was classy from Canelo.
Shows now where Jacobs, if he's going to build on the bit of success he's had in the last couple of rounds, he needs to press it home, but combination. And if this carries on,
Body shots and a lovely
he's able
combination.
to sit in range now in front of Canelo without worrying about what's hurting him or hitting him, and he's able to fire straight back.
A mega match can be made. I'm sure everybody will be delighted. As expected, and here we go.
There's not much in this round, it's there for the taking. I've got a feeling Jacobs, he's just got rid of Canelo Alvarez in there, triple G's at present. Everything draws, it's what you like.
Right hand from Alvarez, and has that added quality with a beautiful up to take a little gap, a little respite. Great body shot from Jacobs. This
was good, but it only came at the end of the round, and it came a bit too late because Canelo...
Two-time shots. And Jacobs, physically, he looks powerful. Back comes Alvarez. And here
back into this fight.
Last 6 minutes.
He's on the clock for 2 minutes. And now he's having a look, he's closing that distance. And he needs to start working. And tight decisions and arguable decisions between all three of them. There's really nothing to separate.
Be put on the line here. Alvarez with an uppercut that's come back in the latter part of this fight. That was there for the first half.
Both just look like they've slowed down a bit here, Dave. It seems to be the pace has dropped.
I would just
decent defense from Jacobs. The Mexican Farah Club.
This is closing up this gap. This fight's getting more and more interesting.
Is it fast becoming?
Yeah,
in Vegas.
If it's close, you do wonder. I mean, Canelo's the superstar.
Jacobs still pressing forward. Some block there. Will this be catching the eye? With a really terrific effort in that eye-catching left hand. Jacobs now back to orthodox, backing up Alvarez.
Let's try and get this round in the bag.
Alvarez, though, has finished well.
And Canelo has Jacobs just leaned forward. Nothing landing too menacing, but just
a part of the Mexican colour, Cinco de Mayo. And who wants this more? They both do, don't they?
Yeah, I think
that one got through from Alvarez, who's picked himself.
It was too quiet. He needs to get a grip of the fight and really go for it.
I think that was his plan. I think he did that on purpose.
But the work has been really, really good. He's landed some really good eye-catching shots. The technique.
You know, that's the general feeling, Carl. That depends how many of those last few seconds. What's the reaction going to be from the pair of them? It is mutual.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of middleweight action, we go to the scorecards. All three scores go to the winner by unanimous decision. Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Now the unified middleweight champion